Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that dominates in today's edition for Friday, 30th May 2025, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. Barbados attends summit of the Association of Caribbean States in Colombia, looking towards opening trade routes outside of North America. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's a service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Barbados is shifting gears as it looks for trade opportunities outside of North America. Our Barbados delegation is currently in Colombia. CBC's Crystal Hoyt reports.
Caribbean countries are looking to trade more with each other to reduce the cost of living. With that in mind, Barbados is specifically eyeing Colombia. This is according to Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Carrie Simmons, who is leading the Barbados delegation here at the Association of Caribbean States Greater Caribbean Summit being held this week in Cartagena, Colombia.
We have sought to build a partnership with Colombia because Colombia is a major producer of a number of things, which quite frankly we use in Barbados. We have been using a very North Atlantic focus, a North Atlantic lens, looking primarily at Canada, looking primarily at the United States of America. We can, for example, just to pull one off the top of the head, we can source coffee at a very competitive rate and very excellent quality right out of Colombia. The key thing is to give Barbadians choice. And if you have choice, then you're in a position to say, when you're going to the supermarket shelves, am I going to buy this product simply because of the fact it comes from a country that I am more familiar with, or can I buy a product of similar quality and at a more competitive price and try something new?
The foreign minister points out, however, that while the will is there, logistics is a challenge.
We want to trade more with each other, but none of us control any of these shipping lanes or have the boats. So we have to find a way between governments to ensure that we leverage the investment in order to get those ships and to start to build out our own lanes. That is vitally important, and you see how important it has become after you recognize what has happened with some of the utterances from North America's new president and the position he has taken with regard to trade and tariffs and so on.
Minister Simmons says the Caribbean must forge a way forward with less reliance on the USA. This coverage is made possible by the ACS. Crystal Hoyt, CBC News.
Customs official at Huronora International Airport in St. Lucia called in sick on Tuesday, May 27, citing staffing shortages that have raised concerns over airport security and passenger processing efficiency. The situation prompted authorities to seek immediate solutions to maintain operations. More in this NBC St. Lucia news item.
On Tuesday, May 27th, customs officers at Huronora International Airport staged a sick-out, citing dissatisfaction over staffing issues and administrative concerns. According to reports, the protest was prompted by the presence of a customs officer who reportedly possesses superpowers, a reference to an individual who was transferred to Castries but continued operating in VA4, contrary to customs law. This situation has left officers unhappy, feeling that proper procedures are not being followed. The staffing situation across VA4 key port locations remains strained. At the seaports, 2 officers along with 2 assistants were on duty, while the cargo shed reported 2 assistant officers. The main office had an administrator and 1 staff member, and the airport itself had only 1 officer stationed at VA4. Officials expect the situation to improve and normalize by Wednesday, May 28th, as management has undertaken steps to address some of these issues. However, challenges persist. Officers have raised concerns about poor air quality in their offices and delays in replacing furniture, which hampers their work environment. Despite these ongoing issues, the St. Lucia Civil Service Association is representing the officers and has been engaging with management to seek solutions. The St. Lucia Air and Seaports Authority, SLASPA, reassured the public and travelers late on Tuesday that HIA remains fully operational. All flights, both arrivals and departures, are proceeding as scheduled. Passenger movement, security procedures, baggage handling, and terminal service continue to function normally. The authority emphasized that teams are working closely with all relevant agencies and stakeholders to maintain high standards of service and safety at the airport. While the staff unrest highlights underlying frustrations, authorities are committed to resolving these issues to ensure the smooth operation of one of the country's busiest transportation hubs.
The minister overseeing the Citizenship by Investment CIP program in St. Lucia, Ernest Hilaire, has responded to recent rumors suggesting the United States is rejecting St. Lucian visas due to alleged mismanagement. Again, NBC's St. Lucia News has more.
During the pre-cabinet meeting on Monday, May 26, Minister of Tourism, Investment, Creative Industries, Culture and Information, and Minister for the Citizenship by Investment Program, CIP, Honorable Ernest Hilaire, was informed of concerns regarding visa rejections for St. Lucians in the United States. It was alleged that these rejections are due to mismanagement within the CIP program. Honorable Ernest Hilaire responded that he has not previously received any such claims from U.S. authorities and is unaware of any mismanagement occurring within the program.
We work very well with the U.S. when it comes to the CIP and how, they're one of our major stakeholders, and we work really, really well with them in terms of any improvements they want to see, and they support us tremendously in our due diligence processes. So we are grateful for the effort they put in making sure that our program is robust.
He also noted that the opposition has been promoting this false narrative to the public.
The opposition does something, they will shout rain, and then there's no rain, and they say, it was raining earlier. You say, but why was it raining? But we said it was raining. So they say something and they define everything thereafter. And it is almost comical because I saw a place where, one of them was saying, all the reports about crime in St. Lucia, blah, blah, blah. And I said, where are the reports? No, but we had made that statement about it. We made a statement that you make statements, you say something, and then you want to judge that as reality. I don't know that there is any such statement being made by the U.S.
Hilaire explained that recent changes in U.S. administration under President Donald Trump have resulted in different policies and procedures.
The Trump administration has its own immigration policy and how they treat applications and people in the U.S., and they are guided by that. I know nothing, I've not heard of any individual.
The United States has been actively involved in St. Lucia's Citizenship by Investment program since its inception in 2016. The program, which grants citizenship in exchange for investment in the country, has attracted significant U.S. investment. Kayla Edwin, NBC Prime.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick, in association with our friends at
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
St. Kitts and Nevis students studying in the Republic of Cuba met with Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew and other members of his delegation who are in Cuba on a state visit. Glenn Bart of SKN Newsline has more.
During the meeting, the Prime Minister was able to discuss the challenges faced by the students. He wrote in a social media post the following, quote, "Hearing their stories of perseverance and hope moved me deeply. Despite the challenges they face, they continue to push forward with determination and resilience. As Prime Minister and as someone who once walked in their shoes, I will always champion their dreams. Keep striving, know that you will continue to be supported," end quote. Prior to his state visit to Cuba, Prime Minister Drew and Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Denzel Douglas oversaw the final shipment of essential supplies shipped for the St. Kitts and Nevis students in Cuba. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Businessman and philanthropist Azruddin Mohammed has officially declared his intention to run for the presidency in Guyana's upcoming general and regional elections, scheduled for September 1st, 2025. Travis Chase of HGP Nightly News delivers this comprehensive report.
After galvanizing much public support, especially in the electoral stronghold of the People's Progressive Party Civic, businessman and philanthropist Azruddin Mohammed has officially declared his candidacy for the presidency in the general and regional elections set for September 1.
My fellow Guyanese, today I stand ready to raise my hand, put my shoulder to the task, and dedicate my mind and heart to building a world-class Guyana where every citizen is treated equally.
The official announcement was released via a video on Mohammed's Facebook page Monday evening. Mohammed made an appeal that should he be elected president of Guyana, that the wide gap between the rich and the poor will be bridged.
Eggs have become too expensive for egg pot, meat too costly for pepper pot and cook-up. These families are not dazzled by red carpets rolled out for foreign entertainers. And while their own struggles go unnoticed, this is about protecting our children from Madia to Barbados to Letem. It's about lifting our people out of poverty.
The presidential hopeful urged Guyanese to move beyond the traditional racial and political divisions to help create a truly equal Guyana where anyone who aspires can run for office and not be hunted or persecuted.
But leadership that serves only itself will lift only a handful of people while offering crumbs from its table to the masses.
He said Guyana's natural resources are limited, but it's the people who hold limitless potential.
The oil beneath our waters is temporary. The gold in our ground will one day be exhausted. But the potential in our people, that's renewable, that's permanent.
According to Mohammed, 2025 elections represent a turning point, one where citizens must rise above fear and division to chart a new path for the country. In June 2024, the U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control imposed sanctions on Mohammed, his father Nazar Mohammed, and their company Mohammed's Enterprise. The sanctions were based on allegations that between 2019 and 2023, Mohammed's Enterprise underdeclared over 10,000 kilograms of gold exports. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Jamaica's Prime Minister says he will not call the general election unless he is certain of victory. More in this CVM News item with Adrian Williams.
As the election engine revs up, jubilant cheer filled the air in southwest St. Elizabeth. However, Prime Minister Andrew Holness cautioned that there will not be any rush into an election.
We're going to make sure that before you call an election, all our workers must touch base with the voters in their community. That is what we mean when we say we are going to make the calling of the election sure.
The PM encouraged party workers and supporters to have all hands on deck.
For this army to get up and fight for what we have achieved, to keep this train on track. Everyone must be on board. All hands on deck.
In a jab-throwing speech at the PNP, Member of Parliament MP Floyd Green again presented the perspective that all the issues being fixed is as a result of the previous PNP administration failing to do what they should have done.
If them did do some work, our work wouldn't so hard. But we have to fix our communities that support us traditionally and communities that support them traditionally. So we fix Round Hill and we fix Blunters. We fix Great Bay and we fix Sandy Bank. We have had to do the work, not for one party, for two parties, for all of Jamaica, to move Jamaica forward.
Boosting the supporters in the room was Minister of Education, Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, highlighting the importance of the party workers.
Don't feel is Andrew Holness or Floyd or me, is you do it. Is you go and walk the street. Is you go and get the vote. Is you So I want you to stand tall, stand with pride, say I am a member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
The PNP's Miranda Wellington is the MP candidate for Southwest St. Elizabeth. Will she pack enough steam to overrun Minister Green in what the JLP dubs a third term loading? Adrian Williams for CVM News.
I am Eddie Frederick, wishing you a restful weekend. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.